Welcome back to Make It Mondays, and this week I am still working on the sweater, but I am a little bit farther. So I said that I would be back when I got to the next stage. So the next stage happened to be 3 balls of yarn in total, or 3 skeins of yarn, and here we are. Now, as many of you know, I use stitch markers to count the number of rows. So for this front right panel, I am 125 rows in. Now, the back and the left side are not there yet, just the front. The back and the side are at 108. So that means that I'm starting to form the arm's eye, or the arm's hole. But this is the front section, and I'm almost done with all my decreases. When I reach 144 rows, I will be completely done. But the next step is actually to work on the back, and then with what's left over from that skein of yarn, I will go ahead and finish up the right front, because the collar actually knits to the back of the sweater. So the front will work up like this, all the way up to the shoulder seam. I'll do the shoulder seam, and then the collar portion will just keep going and wrap around to the center back. And then I will bind both of the fronts off at that center back point, with the bind off edge going towards the outside, so when it folds down you don't see it. So I'm getting much closer, much closer. It should take 2 more skeins of yarn to finish off the center of the sweater, so the body, and then it will be the sleeves. I'm still working on which way I want to work the sleeves, if I want to work a truly T-shape, so where there's just a decrease along the bottom seam that tapers the arm's eye opening down to the sleeve size, or if I want to do a sleeve cap and decrease some there and then do the rest down here. So lots of little decisions, but those are little decisions at this point. I will be doing the same rib pattern on the sleeves as well. What I like with this one is it's going to be super flexible. So the downside is if I was to put buttons on it, it would always look like it was pulling. It would always look like it's the wrong size. But because there's no buttons, it's always going to look right. So it doesn't matter if I get bigger or if I get smaller, it's always going to look right. So this is almost at a good point right now. I will be getting a little bit farther. I don't know if that will be right after this or in 2 weeks. So see you next time. So it's been a little bit longer, and I have gotten through 1 more skein of yarn. So I know it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here, but I got the back all the way done, up to the shoulders, so there is a little cutout for the back of the neck. So I got one side past that cutout done, and I will go back and do the other side in a little bit. And I got almost all the way up on the right side front. So I'm actually almost to the point of being able to connect that shoulder seam and then do the other little piece back here, and then I'm going to just angle the camera down a little bit, then from here up, and then I'll be working on the sleeve, starting at the shoulder seam down again to about right here to finish off the sweater. So hopefully 2 more weeks and it will be done. But this is where I am right now. I greatly underestimated the amount of yarn that this was going to take in some ways and overestimated in others. So kind of par for the course for me. So it should take one more skein to finish off the body portion, and then I will see how far one skein per sleeve gets me. Because I don't imagine I'll be using the leftovers from one sleeve to start the second. It just creates weaving in ends that I don't need to do. So yeah, one more video, so 2 more weeks, and this one should be done. So I'll see you next time on Make It Mondays.